Hi, 皆さんこんにちは. Welcome to my new episode of ラミちゃんのプロ野球分析ニュースです. Today is going to be very exciting because I'm going to be talking about two of the hottest teams in all Japanese baseball. Yomiuri Giants and also SoftBank. These guys are very hot. They're playing very good right now. They're on fuego, on fire. Guys, these guys are going to be good this year. Not only because I predicted these guys to win the Central League and the Pacific League this year, but these guys have tremendous teams and they started very good. So I'm going to tell you more about it when I come back. Before I go there, make sure to subscribe to my channel and also hit the bell. 3, 2, 1, Yorokonde gets. Welcome back, everyone. Now, I'm going to be talking about the Tokyo Giants. The Tokyo Giants are 8-1 right now, and they're doing tremendously. Top in the Central League. They're winning the Triple Crown in the Central League until this point. I know it's only 9 games, guys, but it's still, it's really good. These guys are swinging the bat pretty good, and they're pitching really good right now. So they're hitting 286 batting average with 14 home runs and 50 RBIs. It's Triple Crown in the Central League. And also, the Bogyuritsu is 3.18 Bogyuritsu until this point. It's a number 3 in the Central League right now. And not surprised, guys, if the Tokyo Giants will be in the top at the end of this week, because these guys are doing tremendously. They're putting everything together. They got one of the best lineups in the game right now, from Ichiban until Rokuban is very solid, guys. These guys got a really good lineup right now. Yoshikawa is doing tremendously right now. I mean, this guy can play, man. This guy's a good hitter, and he's really good player. He's hitting lead off right now, hitting 297. Sakamoto is started the season really good. I mean, he started on the DL, and now he came up and he starts swinging the bat pretty good. I like Sakamoto as a second hitter. The Tokyo Giants are not thinking about bunting. They're thinking about running. They're thinking about scoring some runs and producing. And if they can do that, it's going to be better for the pitchers. Polanco, I mean, right now, Polanco, he got 3 home runs. I mean, he's hitting some bang. I don't know. I'm not sure yet if Polanco is going to stay there for a while. But in the time being, I mean, he's not doing bad. The team is winning. He already got 3 home runs, only 4 RBIs. But the time will come. We will see what's going to happen. But Maru continue hitting like that. I cannot see the reason why Maru cannot be Sambambata for the Tokyo Giants, because Maru is the guy who is going to produce not only for batting average, but he also going to hit home runs and he's going to drop runs in. So it's very interesting to see what's going to happen next. Now, Okamoto doing really good. He got, he also got 3 home runs right now. He's hitting 300 until this point, but I think Okamoto this year, he's going to have a chance to hit probably 50 home runs this year. I think that this is going to be his breakout season. He had a tremendous season last year, but, batting average was not all there. But I think that this year, Okamoto may hit 300 plus, maybe and 50 home runs plus 100 something RBIs. It can be the year that Okamoto can, put a stamp to his career with the Yomiuri Giants as a Yoban batter. Now we got Nakata. A lot of people think that Nakata is, he's not gonna hit. He couldn't hit last year at the end of the season, and this year he's only hitting 176. He got 2 home runs. But one thing is, Nakata is a really good hitter, and when he adjusted to the Central League pitching, I strongly believe that Nakata is going to be able to produce 25 or maybe 30 home runs. Batting average, of course, 260, 270 is not bad at all if he can hit 25, 30 home runs, drove in 180 to 100 RBIs, which he has done in the past. When you look at Nakata's record in the Pacific League, I mean, this guy had 4 or 5 100 RBI seasons in a row. I mean, he have done it in the past. He can do it again. So he's one of the best RBI guys in the game. So just be patient a little bit with Nakata, and I strongly believe that Nakata is going to be able to produce enough to help the Yomiuri Giants this year to win the championship. Now, Maru. Like I said, Maru right now, he's hitting, way over 300. He got 2 home runs. He started the season pretty good. And if he continues like that, like I said, there is no reason why Maru should not be hitting Samban and Polanco hitting Rokuban, because Maru has the experience, and he's gonna put the ball on play a little bit more than Polanco. Polanco is a guy that he may be able to hit 20, 30 home runs, but he needs to take some of the pressure away from him. Once start playing a little bit, after a month of the day, they know how he hits, his weakness and his strength. That's gonna be the key point right there. So let's see what's going to happen. Even Wheeler is not even playing right now as much, and Wheeler is one of the best hitters that Yomiuri Giant has. But as a Daida, Wheeler is going to be able to do a good job. So, I think it's very, very good to have him, very, very valuable to have him in there in the roster. Now, they have the best closer right now in the game. This kid is really good. He throws gas. He's not afraid of anybody, and he just go out there and take care of business. That's it. He got 6 saves right now. He's leading the league in save, and he's gonna continue. And if the team is winning like that, believe me, he may save 40 plus saves this year. And that is going to help the team to win the championship, which is, Taisei. And Taisei is very young, and he's getting the opportunity. He's grabbing it. He's grabbing that opportunity. So we'll see what happens. Of course, they have another guys that can do the job. Vieira did a tremendous job last year. This guy can throw gas. Between 155 to 160, and so they both can throw very hard. So if the team is winning in the 7th inning, it's gonna be 80 or 90% that the Yomiuri Giants will win the game, because these two guys are tremendously there. And of course, they got two good catchers behind Kobayashi and also Oshiro. These two guys are really, really good. And, they're platooning right now. Oshiro is a way better hitter than Kobayashi. He's going to produce a lot more, but Kobayashi also can do the job. So, and when you look at the Yomiuri Giants rotation, they have young players and they have veteran players. Sugano is the number 1 guy in that rotation, and if he goes, everybody goes. So he's 2-0 right now, and everybody's motivated. They want to pitch good and things like that. And I think Sugano this year, of course he's gonna win over 10 games, maybe 15 games this year, and he's gonna bring that momentum back to the Yomiuri Giants, and also to motivate all the young players. As I mentioned before, Yomiuri Giants, they have a tremendous team. They have everything that they need to win the championship, and that they're showing it right now. Of course, it's going to be a long season, and nobody knows what's going to happen. But what it looks like is that they're started in the right direction right now. So, and I know it's early in the season, guys, and it's kind of hard to predict, what kind of team or who is going to win or who's not going to win, because you never know what's going to happen. Now, who would have predicted the Hanshin Tigers was going to be in this kind of situation? They're 0-9 right now, and they're really, really struggling at this point. But I always say that it's not how you start, it's how you finish. And after a losing streak comes a winning streak. And most of the times, 80% of the times, guys, remember this, 80% of the times, after you're in a losing streak like that, you win the first game, you win 2 or 3 games in a row. And who knows, maybe even more. But there's always a winning streak comes after that. So, when you look at the Hanshin Tigers, if next week they have a really, really good week, they're not going to be too far. They're not going to be too far. So the Hanshin Tigers is still a very competitive team. The only thing that I'm very concerned is about the closer. The Hanshin Tigers does not have a closer right now. That's the only concern that I have. But other than that, I think the hitters are going to come back and going to start hitting better. They're going to start feeling better at the plate. And now they're going to start, the Hanshin Tigers are going to start playing at home. It's not easy as well. They started in the row, and it wasn't easy at all. But now the Hanshin Tigers come home to Cochin Stadium, where they're going to feel better and they play better. And the Hanshin Tigers will have a chance to come back and, put some wins down there. All right. So I wish you guys all the best. Now, let's move to the Pacific League, guys. Stay tuned. Welcome back, everyone. Now, I'm going to be talking about the SoftBank. The SoftBank, they are 7-0 right now record. And they're also leading the league in batting average with 228 batting average, 4 home runs and 26 RBIs. The Bogyoritsu is 1.69, also number 1 in the Pacific League. And as you guys may remember, SoftBank last year, they won the Bogyuritsu, the best Bogyuritsu in the Pacific League, and it looks like this year they are doing it again. Now, in batting average 228, it's not really high. It's not really high, but it looks like nobody's really hitting in the Pacific League. 228 is the number one in the Pacific League. When you look at a SoftBank lineup, they have a very, very good lineup, but some of the top players are not really producing. You know, Yanagita is not really batting. He's only batting 179 with 1 home run at this point. Graziel is also hitting 231. Garvis, I mean, he's a really, really good hitter. I know this is his first year, but this guy can hit. He's a really good hitter. But he's only hitting 192 right now with 1 home run. And one of my favorite players in the Pacific League and also in the team is Kai. And Kai is only batting 0.63 batting average right now. But the only thing that makes Kai really, really good is that he is one of the best catchers in all Japanese baseball. So not too many people really worry about Kai's hitting. But he's a really good hitter as well. He can put some good numbers out there. Now, when you look at the whole entire lineup and these top players are not really producing, why are they winning? Well, they're 7-0. It's because the pitching and stuff is really, really good. You know, of course, they got Senga, one of the best starting pitchers in the game, and this guy has a very, very strong motivation this year, and I strongly believe that Senga may win 20 games this year if he stays healthy. This guy has a tremendous potential to win 20 games, and if he's healthy throughout the whole year, there is no reason why Zenga cannot win 20 games this year. So guys, when you look at the Pacific League, they have a tremendous pitching staff in the Pacific League. They're a powerhouse pitching staff. And, you know, SoftBank is a number one right now, you know, 1.69. But when you look at the other teams, you got Chivalote Marines with 1.90 ERA, and you got Rakuten with 1.93 Bogyuritsu. I mean, that's really, really good. So, you know, of course, I'm not surprised that the team's batting average is a little bit low, but because the pitching staff is really good. But at some point, this is going to start heating up, and the guys are going to start swinging better. And the time being, guys, you know, SoftBank, it looks really good. But for SoftBank to stay there, of course, these top hitters need to start producing. That's no doubt. The top hitters, Yanagita, Graziel, Garvis, and Kai, they need to start hitting. Other than that, it's going to be hard for them to maintain that first class. Thank you for watching, guys. And if you guys want me to talk about any team in the Pacific League or the Central League, make sure to write your comment, send your request, and I will do my best. In the meantime, guys, let's enjoy baseball and let's meet up again next week. If you like this episode, make sure to subscribe to my channel and also hit the bell. 3, 2, 1, Yorokonde! Gets!